Hi everyone, thanks for joining. I'm here to talk about the news that Rishi Sunak has announced yesterday that stamp duty has now changed. The threshold has moved from 125,000 up to 500,000. Great news for the market. The market was already very positive in terms of lots of people looking to purchase with the low interest rates, but this is even greater news for those looking to buy with savings to be made. We wanted to run a few scenarios through so we could show you what the calculations mean and therefore what the savings could be to you or your loved ones. So we do obviously offer independent free advice. If you do need to come to us and ask any questions, we'd be more than happy to assist. I've done 4 different scenarios here, but you may have other questions that we can assist with. So firstly, let's talk about how it affects first-time buyers. A positive and a negative for a first-time buyer, I'm sorry to say, because first-time buyers were benefiting from no stamp duty up to 300,000 anyway, which meant that they did have in that market an advantage over anyone that's buying for a second time or anyone that's buying for investment. Of course, this news and this announcement that up to £500,000 is now stamp duty exempt means that they will have slightly more competition. This may have an impact in terms of when you want to view something, someone else wanting to view it, and I'd suggest to you that actually progressing your purchase quicker is probably recommended. More properties will come to the market, I would say, in the coming months now with the announcement of this news, which is great news, so hopefully you'll have some choice out there. So I ran a quick scenario, assuming that we had a first-time buyer that had saved very hard, been living at home, no doubt with parents, or had an opportunity where they'd received some money to allow them to purchase. We are looking at a purchase price at 350,000. So previously you would have been stamp duty exempt up to 300,000 and you would have had stamp duty to pay on the 300 to 350. With the news now that Rishi Sunak has come out with, you've saved yourself £2,500. Okay, so the difference between the 300 to 350, the 50,000, you would have had stamp duty equivalent on that, and you've now saved that money, so you've saved £2,500. Second scenario, let's assume that you're looking for your next home and you were wanting to buy a property at £400,000. So this would be on the assumption that you're selling your previous property. It's not going to be an additional purchase. You would have had a stamp duty bill at a £400,000 purchase of £10,000. That's how much you would have had to pay in stamp duty. But again, with the announcement that £10,000 is gone, you can save that money. You could put it down into your deposit. So it's a real positive for you looking to take the next step onto the ladder. If we can assist, obviously, with anything like that, then please do get in touch with the guys. They'll be more than happy to let you know what's available and what's on the market. Scenario 3, and this came as a question on my social media last night, actually, what's the impact to investor buyers? Because investors for some time now have had the additional 3% on their stamp duty. This threshold change from 125 to £500,000 actually has a positive impact for you as well, because you're still having to pay the 3%, I'm sorry to say, but it's only the 3% up to that £500,000. So in this scenario, if you're buying a property again at £400,000, previously your stamp duty for an additional purchase would have been £22,000, but now with the news that Rishi's brought out, you're now just paying £12,000 in stamp duty, so a significant saving there. And that may not be for just investor buyers, that may be for someone who has a property here in Worcester already and they're looking to buy another property in Brixham, Surrey, wherever it might be. The additional stamp duty would have been £22,000 and it's now just £12,000. So that might for some people allow them to buy a second home that they actually plan to use now and then and not use constantly. So if we can assist with that in any way, please do let us know. So final scenario, if you were a purchaser looking to spend over £500,000, if you had a budget of, for instance, £600,000, you're going to have a real positive impact from this stamp duty change as well, because you'll make the full saving of the £15,000. So that difference between the 125 to £500,000 threshold has now gone. So you've saved that £15,000. You'll just pay the stamp duty on the difference between 500 to 600,000, which in this case is just £5,000. So you're saving 75% of what the stamp duty would have been on your purchase. And again, £15,000 could go a long way towards improvements that you wanted to make to the property, or a holiday if you still had chance to be able to get one in this year. So hopefully that's been very useful for you. We can see it having a very positive effect in the market. For homeowners that have been considering a move, now would be a great time to get in touch, because there's been low interest rates, there's been very high demand, and now with this additional stamp duty incentive, there's going to be a lot more activity from buyers coming into the market. you obviously want to sell your property when you have a captive audience, and that would be now. So I would recommend to you, if you haven't had us out to give you a valuation already, please do get in touch with the team. They'll be more than happy to give you a market appraisal. It's free, it's no obligation, and we can put you in the picture. And also, if you have any property questions that you could do with some assistance on, we'd be more than happy to help. The numbers are on the screen, but you can drop us a message on social media, and the guys will be more than happy to help you with this great news or anything that's property related. Thanks ever so much. Take care. Bye-bye.